we had a chance to watch a little bit of their exhibition game, and it's only a dress rehearsal, but they do some things that are causes a few challenges, and we had to touch on those things. But from the beginning, I've really liked the energy and the effort of our team. And yesterday was our first practice on game week, and I thought they were outstanding. And you don't just turn on and off. You have success for a reason, and you have to prepare to have success. And as of yesterday, we prepared to come out and play well on Friday. So looking forward to another good day today, and a couple more days of preparation, and off to our first game.
On Saturday, you said you were looking forward to being able to have a full practice and get with the team. Has that been a benefit to you guys so far?
Absolutely. When you're on the time crunch, you can't coach as much as you'd like. Now we can stop it. We can move guys around. We have an opportunity today to have a Zamboni out there and clean the ice, so we can go for a little, 45 to an hour and get a Zamboni, and then come back out and, go another 45 and really get some work done. And that's the biggest thing. You have to practice things to get better at them. And, today we're going to dive into the defensive side. Yesterday was the offensive side. You just got to keep building your game.
Anything through practicing and through the camp, has anything impressed you or exceeded your expectations when you came in at first?
I think you heard a lot about, maybe some of the lack of offense that we had generated in the past. I think they've done a really good job with the new concepts that we've brought to them, and the energy they brought to those concepts. Now it's just building the rest of our game, but I've been pleasantly surprised there. I do think we have some guys that can play fast, because you don't always have to be fast to play fast. We got some guys who can think it and move the puck pretty quick. So I've been impressed with the offensive side of the game. That is something that I think in the past you worried about a little bit.
What have your conversations with Atte been like? I mean, he didn't get much love from the media polls or any of that, but he's probably up there among the elites in the WCHA.
To be honest, I don't know that our team's really that concerned with the outside opinion of where we're at. I think there's a lot of confidence in our own group, in our own locker room, and that's what counts at the end of the day. And, personally, I think Atte is up there not only with the WCHA, but with any goalie in college hockey. You could stack him against anybody, and he'd be right in the conversation. So, at this point, you kind of just got to let the guys go through practice, and once we get some video after the weekend, we'll be able to teach a little bit more and coach a little more through video. But now it's about working on the concepts, and hopefully guys feel good about their game going into Friday.
He did have that long shutout streak. Can he get better than what we saw last season?
Absolutely. I think that the fact that he can do that physically, when somebody does that, you don't get 5 in a row on accident. So sometimes the mental part of the game, and especially for that position, is as important or more important than the physical part of the game. And we do have Dieter Kocken as our goalie coach, and and people around here know Dieter's name, and he was a great goalie here for us and played in the NHL. And Dieter kind of went through the wave of emotions as a goalie, and he's going to be there for Atte and Mats and Tiger, and he can talk to him about other things besides just technical part of the game. And I think that's important for not just goalies, but for every position, to have a coach that is there to hear your concerns and to talk those through. And I think that'll be a big resource for us this year.
Talk about Saturday, just the dedication to Coach Conley. I guess, have you had any conversations with him, and what kind of advice or wisdom did he impart on you?
Yeah, well, when you have one of the all-time greats in your building, you want to make sure that your team has a good showing for him. And nobody's done more for Northern hockey than Coach Conley. And I think the longevity of his career, the success at 3 different programs, national championships, 2 different programs. When you get a rink named after you, that is one of the greatest honors a coach or anybody can ever have. So this is going to be a special night for him, and hopefully we can give him a victory to go home and feel good about that also.
Looking at the team now, is there any sort of goal you have, maybe for any goals you want to reach midway through the season?
I think every team, you just want to reach whatever the ceiling is for that team. I don't know what our ceiling is. I think some years you go into a team and, maybe if you have a bunch of returns, you kind of have an idea of where you can be. I don't want to sell this team short at all. I don't know what our ceiling is. And as a coach, number one, you hope that your guys can have some success early in the year because they have worked hard. They put in time over the summer, and they've really given a good effort for us coaches in practice. So you hope individually and collectively as a group you can have some really success. But you want to just keep getting better, and you want to reach whatever that ceiling is at the end of the year because that's when it counts the most.
Lake State brings a lot of their offense back this year as compared to last year. What do you do to prepare for a team like that? What do you know about them so much?
I think in watching their game, they do a good job on the breakout, supporting the puck. They flood one side of the rink, and if you aren't mindful of your responsibilities on the forecheck, you could get caught and give up a couple odd man rushes. They had a couple of those last weekend. They did have 11 power plays in the game, so I'm sure that's something that they got a chance to work on in the game, and they're going to work on it again this week. So we need to be dialed in on our penalty kill to know our routes and know where they're at. But I've always felt you worry about your own team, and there's going to be certain things that the other team's going to do on the special teams that you got to pay attention, you got to practice. There's going to be certain players that you're going to have to worry about when they're on the rink. But for the most part, I think you do what you do well, and hopefully you get yourself to where you put the bar right here, and if somebody gets over that bar and beats you, you tip your cap to them, but you just don't want to beat yourself. So we're focused on us and focused on doing what we do well, and over the course of the game, it's going to be a little bit old school because you don't have the video that you have every other week, so you're going to have to kind of change and adjust on the fly, but that makes it fun too.
Is Tolvanen going to be your number one guy, or are you going to maybe play them both this weekend?
I don't know that answer yet. I do want to get Mats into a game early in the year. I think he's earned that in practice. And watching him, even throughout his career as a junior hockey player, I liked him. But Atte has carried the bulk of the load here for a reason. He's looked excellent in practice, and going into Friday, he's going to start the game on Friday, and then we'll adjust from there if we need to.
Are you expecting to get any immediate help from any of the freshmen? Well, not really immediate, but just any kind of impact that they could have early on?
Yep. There's a couple of guys in the power play. Caleb Shores getting a chance at a power play. Joe Nardi's getting a chance in the power play. Mitch Slatter's getting a chance in the power play. Adam Rader's kind of been going in and out in the power play. So I hope they can give us a little bit of help early. But when you bring back the amount of guys that we're bringing back, I think those are going to be the guys you're going to look for to set the tone. And if you can get some added play out of your freshmen, that's a bonus. But early in the year, there's going to be some moments as all freshmen where they're kind of up and down. And they're going to show some signs of brilliance, hopefully, and they're going to show some signs of of struggling. But the one thing that I've always felt is you're only a freshman till Christmas, and then after that point, we're all the same. We're all equal members of our team, and you have to be prepared to play like you're a sophomore, junior, senior, because those up and downs, those got to be over. So early in the year, they'll be put in a couple positions to hopefully have some success, but we're really looking forward to the leadership and the older guys to carry the bulk of the weight early.